What the fudge, bro? What the fudge, bro?
Welcome to my 2.5 year, 1,698 miles review of the Kaboo Mantis King GT scooter. I purchased this in February 2023. We're now in 2025. Way past February, we're in September 2025. So it's been over 2 years. Plus, this scooter was released in August 2022. So that's a long time. 2.5 years of me riding this. Almost 3 years this scooter's been out. 1,700 miles is a lot of miles. And then some people will say that's nothing. I've seen people ride these Kaboo scooters with 11,000 miles. So I guess 1,600 is not that serious. What better way to review this? Take it for a ride. Are you ready? Woo! The reason that I got attracted to this scooter over the others was pretty much because the weight. I'm 190.4 pounds. I gained 10 pounds, guys. So pick up the scooter. Oh, here we go. Step back on the scale. What do I weigh? That's what I got when I went on with the scooter. Minus 190. I'm not doing the 0.4. I'm gonna lose the 0.4 pounds somehow. We get an average of 75 pounds. Think about it. What scooter do you know that is 75 pounds? With 60 volts, 10-inch tires, front and rear adjustable suspension, hydraulic brakes, Samsung or LG cells, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. I mean, this scooter is just, for the weight, the power to weight, it's even in today, 2025. Name me a scooter in the comment section down below. I'll go check it out because there's so many brands and scooters out there that you know weigh 75 pounds, carries at least a 24, 25 amp hour battery, 60 volts, at least 11 or 1,000 watt motors that can put out this type of performance, front and rear adjustable suspension, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comment section below because I got to check that scooter out, whatever it is. And I wanted 60 volts in my life, right? 2.5 years ago, I wanted to feel that power. The only thing I did not like about this scooter was that it was only 24 amp hours of battery. And I want to ride the world. When I jump on a scooter, I could ride for hours and hours and hours. And I was really concerned and wanted a big scooter, wanted a bigger battery. But I couldn't afford the bigger Kaboo scooters because, not even because of the price, but because I've got to go up 2 flights of stairs. And I want a hyper scooter that's relatively light, that has good battery life. And this was the compromise that I found. You know, 79, 80 pounds, I could deal with that. I could deal with it knowing that I'm fetching this weight. Wasn't pleasant, not at all. But knowing I'm fetching this weight because I get a lot of power. We'll talk about the power of this scooter in a little bit. But 60 volts gives you a decent amount of power. At least 2.5 years ago, 60 volts with this kind of compact weight, size, overall shape and dynamics was just a dream. I watched a lot of reviews. And I figured this is the way to go. I wanted something with the Samsung cells because my previous scooter did not have Samsung or LG cells. It just had regular, I don't know, what do you call it? No Samsung or LG cells. And to be honest, they didn't last very long. The battery or the BMS, one of the two, went bonkers within 2 months. So I wanted something that's a known brand. And Kaboo is a known brand. And I wanted something with these LG or Samsung cells. And then I wanted something with a nice display. The last scooter I had didn't have a good display, and the only thing that was really deterring me from this scooter was this thumb throttle. I was coming from a trigger and I didn't know how I would adjust to the thumb throttle, especially with a dead zone. I like to touch things and feel the power right away, and as you can see, that's the situation right here. I can touch and feel the power. And the reason that is because I took out the dead zone out of this. I basically measured it and wedged where the power kicks in, and then wedged it in that spot. so that it never goes back to neutral or zero position. And that way I have power as soon as I touch it. There's no dead zone on this scooter anymore. But I knew I could fix it, being an electrician and stuff like that. So yeah, I wanted something that could do like what I'm doing right now, like jump on the highway, just ride on the road, not have to worry about power. Like now I'm going up a hill that's probably like a 15-degree hill. If I go into gas, I have no problem going up this hill. Brakes, no problem with the brakes. Something that's just on demand, like power's there, performance is there. It's a looker. I mean, look at this scooter. I mean, whew, this thing is a looker. A sturdy stem, something that's easy to break down. And 2.5 years ago, that was hard to find. Today, probably, yeah, a lot easier. But 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, no. And I can tell you, 3 years later, 1,600 miles later, and I don't ride this scooter easy. Like, I won't say like I'll do jumps or anything. Like I won't do anything crazy. I'll go up on the sidewalk and stuff like that. Obviously, I'm watching for cars, but the suspension on this scooter is just buttery smooth. Oh, there we go. Back on the road. Cut that car off a little bit. As you can see, keeping up with traffic is nothing. It's nothing. Bumps, nothing. Now, to be honest, would I prefer 12 or 13-inch tires? Abso-freaking-lutely. Any day. Hill, there's about a 30% grade, eating it like there's no tomorrow. That's what you want in an e-scooter, right? That's what you want, going over these New York City bumps like it's nothing, just eating everything you throw at it, just eats it. 1,600 miles, 2.5 years later, it eats anything I throw at it. It's like I can't really tell much of a difference between this scooter now and day one. Now there's a little bit of maintenance I had to put into the scooter, a little bit of maintenance. Like I've went through I think 2 sets of tires, front and rear. 2 sets of tires. I put on back what look like the original tires that I found on Amazon. Let me know if you want to know which tires I'm using for these 10-inch wheels. I think they're 10-inch by 3. I'll put it on the screen so you can see the size of tires. But let me know if you want a link to the tires I've been purchasing to replace the original tires. They look the same, but I can't tell if it's the same brand. I don't remember. It's been a while ago. I changed brakes pads twice. And when I change in the front, I just change in the rear because I like to bite both brakes. I'm more heavy on the front. The light's not bad that it came with, but it's only one big light in front. And when you're on a hyper scooter, this thing moves fast. You better have extremely good lighting, especially if you're going to move fast in the night. If you're riding slow, it's fine. You don't need more light. But if you're riding fast, yeah, take all the light you can get, additional light. So I have extra lights that I purchased. Let me know if you're interested in those as well. I'll send you a link in the comment section. Just let me know if you want to know what lights or anything that I have on this scooter. But guys, let me tell you, this scooter still packs a punch, and I'm constantly in and out of this throttle. The only reason I'm not ripping it like this is how I ride normally. I'm taking off like this to the next light. I'm on the brakes like this to the next light. Right? I'm not doing wheelies or endos or anything because I did an endo once and I got a flat, and I had to push all the way to the back to the scooter mechanic, and he had to fix the flat. So I guess some people will say that's a big complaint because you can get a flat. It's a regular tube tires that it works with. So if you get a flat, you know, you gotta. It's a split rim, so that's good. You know, you can remove the motor piece from the rim and then split the rim and then change the tires, which is good. But I know everybody likes the puncture resistant stuff and all that. That was about the only flat that I got in 1,600 miles from doing endos. And ever since then, I stopped doing endos because I don't think it's good for the rear shock. And I rather have performance than landing and destroying my back shocks. And both front and rear shocks are adjustable. And I've got mine set. I don't know. I would say this is not too stiff because New York City's got a lot of bumps. So you don't want to be too stiff, but you don't want to be too soft either and bouncing all over the place. So I think I've got mine halfway in terms of clicks. If you count the amount of clicks going one direction to the other, mine is set like a good halfway. And again, I'm 180 pounds, so you got to take your weight into consideration. The deck on this scooter was the other thing that really drew me to this scooter. I mean, look at this deck. This deck is long. Even some of the newer scooters don't have such a longer deck. They might have a wider deck, but from physical space where you can butt your shoe up to the front and to the back, beautiful, man. Beautiful. I could ride this scooter for hours and hours. The display is nice and bright. As you can see, day and night works really great. You know, I do wish sometimes this had like an NFC or a key. I like a physical key or NFC, but you can put a passcode in and unlock it. The passcode does take a little bit of time to put in. It's a 4-digit, and you got to manually toggle through and, you know, select the numbers. So it does take a little bit of time. And then if you leave the scooter, like now I've got it on speed setting 4, which is usually what I'm riding in all the time on dual motor, and you stop the scooter for any reason, you turn it back on, you turn it off and turn it back on. It's past this bus. If you do that for any reason, then you definitely need to go back and adjust all your settings, your speed, and I mean, it's not a big deal, but if you're like in a hurry, yeah, that's not going to be cool. It's not going to be cool because you're going to be there going through passkey. Whereas if you had an NFC, you just tap, bloop, and you're on your way. And you're fidgeting with this to go through a passcode. And then when you're done, then you have to adjust your speed and then adjust your dual motor. Every time you turn the scooter off and on. That's probably my biggest complaint with this scooter. But other than that, once you can get past that, I mean, oh gosh, this thing is a dream. It ages so well, so well. Now, I know some people had some complaints when this scooter just came out about the welding on the stem over here. See this welding here on the stem? And this part here, the neck snapping. I saw it in some Facebook groups, and then I was like, oh, I went into panic mode. I'm like, am I going to be riding and my stem snaps? And they redesigned a new stem, and they were giving it away to people, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to take this new stem, then take it to the shop, and they got to break my scooter down. And I'm like, but my stem is not cracking. So I would just check it every time I go to ride. And I've got no cracks or anything in my stem. It's fine. And I've got no cracks on my welding. Everything is fine. Now, I'm primarily on the street. I mean, I'll jump in some grass or jump a little curbs, not anything too high. But I'm not doing any crazy jumps or anything. So I got no complaints with respect to that. The lighting, oh my gosh, it's got a light button over there. When you turn the light on, the headlight comes on, which is bright. But look, the side of the scooter comes on lights, and this is programmable. Like, you can program this to, I can kid you not, over 100 different lighting schemes and colors. I'll show you that in a little bit. I really feel like this scooter was just ahead of its time. And look, you got all of these colors, different adjustments on the hue. This is like setting number 22 that's giving me that. But look, you can go all the way to like, I kid you not, over 100. And look at that, scheme changes. But the handlebars are not too wide either. I can give you the full specs or measurements on that, but cutting through like this is like easy, like a joke. Even the narrow spaces like this with ease. Look at that. With ease, with ease, with ease. It's got 5 speeds. I'm only in 4. It has a lot of thrust off the line. Like, it will burn tires, front and rear tires, on a takeoff. Yeah, even 2.5 years later, it'll burn some rubber. So I always adjust my power curve on speed mode 1, speed mode 2, speed mode 3, speed mode 4. I mean, it's got the full speed, don't get me wrong. It's just the curve, the way it accelerates is smooth. I can share my settings if you guys want to see my smooth power curve setting, in case you got one of these and you're always like, oh gosh, darn it, this thing just rips too much. I want it to be fast but smooth. I can share my settings with you. Just hit me up in the comment section below. I like to think of myself as a tuner. I like to tinker with stuff, and I believe that speed comes with smoothness. The raw acceleration can be fun, wheel spins can be fun, but I like to get as much traction as possible. So I tune it to like my own version of best traction control, but also giving it maximum speed as well, so I haven't sacrificed the speed at all. And then mode 5, which I do jump in sometimes when the battery runs low, I'll go in mode 5. Or if I just feel like, let me just unhinge, let me just go full crazy burnouts, everything, then I'll go mode 5. And mode 5 basically is just straight out of factory, everything turned up. And I'm in 4 right now. I'll go in 5 in a little bit once we're in a nice open street. Matter of fact, I can go in 5. It's not like I see 5 goes red. You got the power there. I like these little meter bars too that show you the power. Forgot I was in 5. That shows you the power if it's red or blue or green. Yeah, you don't want to ride a scooter one-handed. That's not a good. It's not a good thing. Let's zippy through these cars over here in these rearview mirrors. I like the handle. It's not too wide, and the whole dimensions of the scooter makes it not only a bullet, but makes it nimble. So I like it. I really like it a lot. Really good balance between weight, power, performance, and range. Hear that? It's even going up a hill, it's wheel spinning. There we go. Quick to 30. Turning here. And the handling on this scooter, oh boy. Beautiful. Love it. Let's go over. The weight goes over that speed bump. Insane. Quick to 40. Power down. Whoo! Take the turn up the hill. This is about a 30% grade. Rocking a 30% grade. Easy. We're still going up. We're going up a windy hill, and this thing is just eating it. Eating it. Up a hill, up a hill. We're still going up. Brakes. Look at that. Whoo! And still make the turn. Nice. Now, when I'm in 5, I'm going to come back down to 4 and explain to you guys why I ride in 4 instead of 5. Because 5 is so unhinged. When you're in the turns, if you just go in that throttle on 5, literally the wheels can spin out from under you. Unless those tires are like really hot. And it's a cold day and I haven't really warmed up my tires a lot. Haven't really, you know, this is how you warm up your tires. You try to get the ends to build up some heat so that if you do go in the gas, they're warm and they're going to stick. Now, I've been thinking about getting PMTs, but we're already heading into the winter here. And every summer I think, oh, I'm going to get the PMTs. I'm going to get the PMTs. I'm just waiting for the tires to finish. But I never got them. So, and I was always like, oh, I'm going to sell this and buy something better. But I just haven't really found anything better in this price point. The price did drop a little bit. Like I paid $2,400 for this. It was still priced at the top when I purchased it because it was still not even a year old. But now you can pick one of these up for $1,900. I mean, I paid $2,400 with taxes and everything. $1,900, you'll probably pay about $2,100. So you probably save $300 or $400. A couple of years later. That's the other thing I like about Kaboo. Their value, they hold their value. So even though this is a 3-year-old scooter, it still holds its value. It's like a Toyota. It keeps the value right there. They don't really drop their prices tremendously. If you want a good price drop, you'll probably have to buy one used. They value their scooters and they keep their prices, you know, within a couple $100. So you know, you don't have to worry about, you know, the price falling off a cliff in case you want to resell. And the suspension again, look at that. You don't even feel it going over those bumps. The pad is silicone. It's like a silicone rubber pad, so it's really grippy and easy to clean. Compared to the sandpaper, I know the scooter I had before had like a sandpaper pad, and for the life of me, I didn't like that thing. You know, it was very grippy, but gosh, it was like sandpaper, hard to clean. So yeah, I definitely like the rubber pad. Overall, I'm telling you, man, this scooter is just a dream. Just a dream. I look at all these new scooters coming out and I think, yeah, they're great, but not much better than what I have. And then a lot of these brands too say, oh, we're putting Samsung and LG cells in their scooters, but a lot of them are really not Samsung and LG cells. They only put that so they can sell it to you. But you know, all these years later, the range is still constant. Speaking of range, right now I just did 7.8 miles just today. 7.8 miles. But the range on this thing, riding the way I'm riding right now, of course a little faster because I'm talking to you, so I'm not riding crazy. Lights up, mash brakes, there you go. Tell me you can't see that. It even blinks in the front when you mash the brakes. Plus you got indicators. Nice. It lights up as well, green there, so you know you have your indicator on, as well as on your dashboard. So pretty cool. Can't forget your indicator on, right? That's pretty nice. Got everything. When you press both, guess what? You got yourself some hazard lights. That is so cool. These are pretty visible in the night as well. Your indicators not only work in the rear, but they work in the front too. Ain't that cool? What mode am I in? I'm in eco mode, dual motor. Eco mode, dual motor still gives me about 13 miles an hour. 14, do I got 15? Yes, I got 15 miles an hour on eco. I get 30 miles of range if I stay in eco. And dual motor, 15.9. I'm almost getting 16 miles an hour. Not bad. Not bad for an eco mode, I must say. But I don't ride in eco. Like I said, I'm always in 4 or 5. So yeah, we got good light. I'm not going to use all my lights because we still have light in the sky. See, it's still bright, still blue. You can still see blue. We're going uphill. I was a bus behind me. It's crazy. Uphill, guys. Uphill. We're going uphill. Whoo! Uphill. Wow, going up a 30% grade. 30% grade with cars behind me. With cars behind me. Cars. And this is not even the fastest mode. Bumps. You don't have to worry about bumps. We got the green light, boys. We got the green light. Let's go to 5, boy. Speed mode 5, baby. Turn through here, take a different route. Let's go to a busy street. Jeez, turning in this thing is like trying to spin out tires. Jeez. 2.5 years later, boy, I am impressed. I mean, a lot of scooters have 35, 40 miles an hour on the odometer, but when you actually check it with a GPS, it is nowhere near what they say it is. So that's an ambulance. Actually keeping up with the ambulance. Ambulance is probably doing 40. We're definitely beating the, there he goes. Too much traffic. Look, this guy's probably didn't even see me. That's why people don't like the bike lanes. But, you know, you just got to cater to they don't see you. Wow. $38, $39. I wonder how accurate that GPS is. Whoa, he almost, whoa. What's with the locking up brakes, bro? What is up with that? Jeez. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to get it open up, but we're in a little bit of actually gonna turn here. What the fudge, bro? Yo, he just straight ran the red light. Whoa, it's a good thing I wasn't trying to take that green at full speed, boy. He would have taken me out. He would have taken me out. Did you guys see that? See if we can pass this car. Easy. Little bumps. Nothing the scooter can't handle at 36, 37. New York City, you got to be careful too. Like, today the road will be nice and clear, and then tomorrow you're like, where did that pothole come from? Like the roads, I won't say the roads are not the best, but the roads get a lot of abuse from trucks and cars and pickups, and just everything runs on these roads. So don't tell me this guy's coming behind me. No. Nope. All right, I'm hoping to, oh, whoa, look at that pothole. I wasn't here the last time. Jeez, you don't want to fall in something like that. All right, let's see what speed we can get here. Going a little bit downhill, but tuck in. Whoa, back wobble. Nothing behind me. 42. A little bit of a hill. 45. Going up a hill. Whoa, I never got 45 before. Whoa, it's like the scooter's trying to perform for you guys. This is insane. I've never gotten 45 in like 2.5 years. Come on, what's up? You know you're on camera now, so you're like, all right, it's whatever. You're thinking about getting this scooter? Look, I'm gonna tell you, close your eyes, buy this scooter. You got nothing to worry about. This is a solid build, solid scooter. Yeah, you're paying a premium, but you know, like my wife always say, you get what you pay for. You know, sometimes you pay more than what you get, but in this case, you definitely do get what you pay for. You get premium build, premium quality, quality scooter, well-known brand, really good features. I would say go for it. You know, are there other scooters around this price and this weight with this type of power? You probably find scooters with a little bit more, maybe 11-inch wheels or even 10-inch wheels with a little bit more power, because they got more power in the motors. But how does it put the power down? Does it have sine wave controllers? Does it have square wave controllers? This has a sine wave controller, by the way, and that means it puts the power down in a curve. It just doesn't, whoo, right? And even though it puts it down in a curve, I still have to tame it even a little bit more. So you might buy a scooter with 1,200, 1,300, 1,500 watt motors. That's more powerful than these 1,100 watt motors, but still, I mean, it's kind of overkill for a scooter this size. You really don't need it per se, in my opinion. For me, I need more range. Like, that's the one thing that I could wish for, would be more range. Like a newer battery technology comes on the market and I'm able to fit that battery in this same deck. Yeah, see this? Like fitting in little tiny crevices and cracks. Love it. Brakes on point, baby, on point. Let's cut in front of this guy. Busy streets, no problem. Bobbing, weaving, in and out, no problem. Beautiful. Like, this scooter just does it, and it's power on command, and it's beautiful, controlled power on demand. There you go. Look at that. Power on demand. That's what you want from a scooter, boy. That's what you want. Nice, smooth power. Not just putting down the power. Putting down the power and you still feel comfortable. Like, you still feel safe. Like, you feel like you're not going to fly off this scooter or a bump is going to throw you off. Catching the lights. That type of stuff. You know, it's almost like riding a motorcycle. You know, when you go into gas, it just goes. Literally, it just goes. Yeah. If there's anything else about this scooter you guys want to know, definitely hit me up in the comment section below and let me know. But for a scooter that came out in August 2022, and now I am almost 3 years later in September 2025, I can truly tell you this, to me, has been an amazing buy. An amazing buy. I have my regen. Why do I keep saying regen? It's e-brake. I have my electronic brakes set to the highest. So yeah, electronically, once I come off the throttle, it's braking as fast as possible. So yeah, so I try to save as much pads as possible as well using the e-brake. I don't use the ABS. I don't like ABS. I prefer the e-brake and just use, you know, my fingers to control the braking. And back to maintenance, there's another thing. See this here, this little part at the top here with this little screw over there. Every year I have to take it to my scooter guy, my local scooter mechanic, and he has to use the same little same. I'll show you once I mount. Let's get off. Come on, let's go. Yeah, he would have to loosen this screw and do his little bleeding thing, and I'll just have him bleed both brakes at the same time. So yeah, I do have to bleed the brakes about once a year. I don't know, when it's parked for a while in the winter, the brakes just get soft. I don't know where the air goes out from, and yeah, just, I mean, if you can bleed your brakes yourself, then that's great. But just take it to your local bike shop, and they'll bleed it for you. If you have winters and your e-scooter sits for a while, like a couple of months, like when it's brutally cold, I'm definitely not riding. It's indoors, locked up. So yeah, I find the brakes get soft there. As long as I'm riding every day, though, the brakes stay hard, so I don't have any problem with the brakes. Let me know if you got questions. Just hit me up in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer it. Any settings that you need help with setting up, if you want to buy this for the first time and you're looking for settings, just let me know. But yeah, soon it'll be 2,000 miles and I'll probably do a 2,000 mile review. But yeah, still loving this bike, scooter, whatever you want to call it. I did mount a pouch in front. It didn't come with that pouch. I put it on because I like to carry stuff like water and juice. You know, I get tired from riding, especially when I'm off for a 2-hour, 3-hour ride. All right, that pretty much does it, guys. Do all the YouTube fun stuff. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure you hit subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified when I release more scooter videos or Kaboo Mantis King videos. Think about becoming a patron, because I can't see the traffic light, but if you become a patron, it's only $1 a month. That's $12 a year. That's a great way to support this channel, and it gives you direct access to me. So if you have any questions at all, anything that you want to ask me, you go to Patreon. You can send me a message. It comes directly to my phone. It's like sending me a text message, and I can answer any questions that you have. And if I can't answer the questions, I'll definitely point you in the right direction. The drone footage that you're seeing in this video was shot with the DJI Mini 4 Pro, and if you have that drone or any drone that shoots D-Log, HLG, or D-Cine alike, head over to my website, www.dronexfactor.com, and you can get yourself a pack of 60 LUTs there for your drone footage to enhance it and wow it. And that's also a great way to support this channel and keep the content rolling. All right, that pretty much does it. I'm going to head home from here, and I will see you guys, well, in the next video.